Functions Lecture 7.
Hi, hello everyone. Today we will discuss the new concept. So in that least integer function. So least integer function means let f from R to R defined by f of x is equal to bracket of x. So it is called least integer function and whose values are greater than or equal to x. So for example, x is equal to 1.5. Now bracket of 1.5 is what? 2. Means value is increasing when if x is not a integer. So in that case value is increasing. For example, x is equal to 2.7. Now bracket of 2.7 is 3. So if x is not belongs to z, then value is greater than x. But in a greatest integer function, value is less than. But here, value is greater. So that is the difference between greatest integer and least integer function. If x belongs to integer, if x belongs to integer, so in that case, x is equals to 1. Now bracket of 1 is 1. And similarly, if x is minus 3, then bracket of minus 3 also minus 3. So means if x is integer, then the value of x is equal to x. If x is not an integer, so in that case value is greater than x. So that is the least integer function. Now draw the graph of this function. Here, if x is equal to 0, then what is the value of least integer function? 0 only. 0. And x is equal to 0.1. See here 0.1. Bracket of 0.1 is what? 1. So it goes to here. X is equal to 0.5. 1. X is equal to 0.9 also 1. But at x is equal to 1, so the value also 1 only. Now x is equal to 1.1. Now it is greater. That means it is 2. At 1.5 also 2. At 1.9 also 2. At 2 also 2. If x is equal to 2.1, then it is 3. And similarly, so like this up to at x is equal to 3. So for example, at x is equal to minus 0.1. So what is the value? 0 only now. Minus 0.99, 0. But at x is equal to minus 1.1, then value is minus 1. So up to minus 2. So clearly these are the steps. But this is least integer function. Is it 1 1 or not? So clearly it is not 1 1. So because of draw the horizontal line on this horizontal line touches the given graph at more than 1 point. So clearly it is not 1 1 and not also. So because of draw the horizontal line between these lines does not touches the given graph. So clearly it is not a onto function. So from this we can say that least integer function is not bijection. So next, properties of least integer function. So first one, bracket of x. So this is equal to x. Okay, now second one. So bracket of x. See here, if x belongs to integers, then you get what? So for example, step of, so what is the step of one value? 1 only now. And bracket of one value also 1. If x is an integer, then least integer function and greatest integer function both are equal. So right here, greatest integer function is equals to least integer function when x is a integer. If x is not a integer, so in that case, see here, step of 1.5 is what? 1 only. But bracket of 1.5 is what? 2. Now, step of 2.5 is what? 2. And bracket of 2.5 is what? 3. If you add this one, you will get this one. Similarly, add this one, you will get this one. So means bracket of x write as step of x plus 1. If x is not an integer, then least integer function equals to greatest integer function plus 1. Now third property. So bracket of x plus bracket of minus x. If x is integer and x is not integer. So in that case, you have to find this value. See here, x belongs to integer, x is not belongs to integer. See here, if x is integer, then what happens? See here, bracket of 1 plus minus of 1. This is becomes 0. And 2 plus minus 2. This is also 0. If x is integer, then bracket of x plus of minus bracket of x is 0. If x is not a integer, see here, for example 1.5 plus minus 1.5. So what is this value? 2. And this value is minus 1. We get 1. So value is 1. Now fourth property. Function minus of least integer function. So here x is a integer and x is not integer. Now substitute here. If x is equal to 1, so least integer function 1 minus 1. So what is this value? 2. For example, x is equal to 2. So what do you get? 2 minus of minus 2, you get 4. So simply you will get 2x. Okay. If x is not a integer, substitute here 1.5. For example, bracket of 1.5 minus of minus 1.5. So what is this value? 1.5 plus 1.5. 1.5 is 2. Now this is minus 1.5 is minus 1, that is plus 1. You get, so for example, x is equal to 2.5. Substitute there, bracket of 2.5 minus of 2.5. So what is this value? 3. And this value is minus 2. You get plus 2, 5. Okay. This can be written as 2 into bracket of x minus 1. See here, 2 into 1.5. So that is 2 into 2, 4 minus 1 is 3. Now here, 2 into 2.5, 6 minus 1, that is 5. So clearly if x is integer, then this value is 2x. If x is not an integer, this value is 2 into bracket of x minus 1. Next one, fractional part of x. If x is a real number and the function f of x is equal to x minus step x minus greatest integer function. So that is called the fractional part of x, and it is denoted by bracket of x. So for example, x is equal to 1. So what you get f of x? F of x is equal to x minus step x. Now this is 1 minus step 1. So what is the value of this? 0. If x is equal to 2, then also 0. So means if x is integer, then fractional part of x value is 0. If x is not a integer, For example, x is equal to 0.1. So what you get, f of 0.1 is 0.1 minus step of 0.1. So clearly 0.1, this is 0. You get 0.1. If x is equal to minus 1.5. So what is this value? F of minus 1.5 value is minus 1.5 minus of minus 1.5. So this is minus 1.5 minus step of minus 1.5 is minus 2. That is 2. You get 0.5. Okay. So these are the values of fractional part of x. Now draw the graph of fractional part of x. Now draw the graph of fractional part of x. So for example, at x is equal to 0. So 0 minus 0 is 0 only. At x is equal to 0.1. So what will you get? 0.1 only. 0.2, 0.2, 0.9, 0.9. If x is equal to 1, then it becomes 1 minus 1 is 0. 1.1, you get 0.1. See here, substitute here. 1.1 minus step of 1.1. 1.1 minus 1 is 0.1. And 1.5, you get 0.5 up to 2. Now at x is equal to 2, what will you get? 0. So like this. Okay. Now at x is equal to minus 0.1. Substitute here. X is equal to minus 0.1. Substitute here. So what will you get? Minus 0.1 minus step of minus 0.1. So this is minus 0.1. This value is minus 1. You get plus 1. So 1 minus 0.1 is 0.9. At x is equal to minus 0.5. So minus 0.5 minus of minus 0.5. So what is the value of this? Minus 0.5 plus 1. You get 0.5. So like now, so what is the domain of this function? So clearly R, because of for every value of x, this fractional part of x is defined. Therefore, domain is R. Domain of fractional part of x is R. But what is the range? So range is, so clearly what is the range? Closed interval 0 comma open 1, because of 1 is not coming. So up to 0.999. So that's why I write open bracket. This is the domain and this is the range. So for example, here f from R to R function is. Now is it 1 1 or not? If you draw the horizontal lines, that lines touches the given graph more than 1 point. So clearly it is not 1 1 and not onto also. Okay. So clearly fractional part of x is not a bijection. Greatest integer function, least integer function and fractional part of x. These three are not a bijections. So next one, domain. So domain means if f from a to b any function, then a is called domain and b is called codomain. So for example, f of x is equal to x square be any function. So but what are the domain values in this function? If you put any values of x, that all x values are domain. So clearly all input values are what? Domain values. So for example, x is equal to 0. So what we will get? F of 0 is what? 0. If x is equals to 1, f of 1, 1. So clearly if x is equals to 2, f of 2, 4. So these input values are always domain and output values are always range. Okay, so that is the domain concept. So some conditions are there in domain. So conditions for finding the domain of given function. So see the first condition. So first one, f of x by g of x. If given function is in the form of f of x by g of x, so in that g of x is not is equals to 0. So why? Because if it is 0, then the function is not defined. So that's why here g of x is not is equals to 0. Okay. Now second one, 1 by f of x. If given function is in the form of 1 by f of x, so in that case f of x is not is equals to 0. Okay. Now third condition, root f of x. If given functions in the form of root of f of x, so for that root values are always positive. If you write negative value, for that root of negative value, that is not satisfied for functions. So that's why you are writing f of x is always greater than or equal to 0. Now fourth one, 1 by root f of x. See here, what are the root f of x conditions? F of x is greater than or equals to 0. But here if you write 0, then 1 by 0 is undefined. So that's why you write f of x is greater than 0. Okay. Now for example, fifth one, log f of x. If log f of x is there, you know that log 0 undefined and log values are always positive. So for that you have to write f of x is greater than 0. Now sixth one, 1 by log f of x. So you know that what are the conditions for log f of x? F of x is positive only. Now here if you write f of x is 1, now 1 by log 1, that is 1 by 0. So in that case function values are not defined. So for that we have to write f of x is greater than 0 and f of x is not is equals to 1. So these are the two conditions for this function. Seventh one, log f of x to the base g of x. Okay. So in that case f of x is what? Greater than 0 and g of x is also greater than 0 and g of x is not is equals to 1. Your base is not is equals to 1. If you write base as 1, then it becomes log f of x by log 1. So denominator is 0. If denominator is 0, then the function values are not defined. So that's why here g of x is not is equals to 1. And eighth property, x minus alpha into x minus beta is less than or equals to 0. And ninth property, x minus alpha into x minus beta is less than 0. And 10th one, x minus alpha into x minus beta is greater than or equals to 0. So 11th one, x minus alpha into x minus beta is greater than 0. In that all inequations we have to find x value. So here in all cases alpha is less than beta. So here also alpha less than beta, alpha less than beta, alpha less than beta. Okay. So for that we have to draw the real line and locate the roots So for example, x minus 1 into x minus 2 is less than or equals to 0 is there. Here roots are 1 and 2. So locate the roots on real line 1, 2. Now substitute the values below 1. For example, x is equal to 0. 0 minus 1 negative, 0 minus 2 negative. So negative into negative, positive. So clearly if you substitute any value, that all values less than 1, in that case this expression gets a positive sign. If you substitute any value in the interval 1 to 2, for example 1.5 minus 1, positive, this is negative, positive to negative is negative. And here clearly we will get a positive sign. See here, first one, x minus alpha and x minus beta is less than or equals to 0. So where it is less than or equals to 0, between 1 to 2 only function values are less than 0. But equal to also there, when if x is equal to alpha, x is equal to beta, then it becomes 0. So therefore x belongs to closed interval alpha comma beta. So because of in that interval expression is negative. So if expression is negative, write x belongs to closed interval alpha comma beta. Now we are only less than 0, means alpha and beta not included. So in that case x belongs to alpha comma beta. See the 10th one, this expression is positive. Where it is positive? Below 1 positive, above 2 positive. Means x less than or equal to 1 comma alpha comma x greater than or equals to beta. Now here x less than alpha comma x is greater than beta. So these are the 11 conditions for finding the domain of a given function. Range. So range means the set of all images or the set of all outcomes. So that is called a range. And conditions for finding the range of the given function. So first to type, if the given functions are reciprocal, so for example f of x plus 1 by f of x, if given functions are in the form of f of x plus 1 by f of x, so clearly these two are reciprocal. So in that case we have to apply am and gm, that is am is greater than or equals to gm, means arithmetic mean of those two functions is greater than or equal to geometric mean. So that is what f of x plus 1 by f of x by 2 is greater than or equal to root of f of x into 1 by f of x. So clearly f of x plus 1 by f of x is greater than or equals to 2. So what is the range of this function? Therefore range is closed interval 2 to infinity. If the functions are reciprocal, in that case range is always closed 2 to infinity. Next, type 2. So for this type, let given function is equals to y. So let f of x is equal to y and write the x value in terms of y. First we have to write f of x is y and write x in terms of y. Then apply domain conditions. You get range. So this is the type 2. Now type 3. So here type 3. So first let f of x is equals to y. First find the domain of given function. First so here first find domain of f of x and substitute the domain values in given function. So you get the range. So next to type 4. If any quadratic equation is given, so in that case we have to find the range of that function. See here. So let f of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c is given. There are two conditions. A is greater than 0, A is less than 0. A is greater than 0. So in that case graph is like this. If A is less than 0, in that case graph is like this. So for example, this equation has two roots. So intersect the x-axis at two distinct points. So here also intersect the x-axis at two distinct points, say alpha and beta. If function values are increasing, when if x less than alpha, function values are increasing. If x greater than beta, function values also increasing. So but in this we can't say the maximum value, but here you can say the minimum value. Where it is minimum? At this point. So that point is what? Vertex. So clearly vertex of the parabola is minus b by 2a comma 4ac minus b square by 4a. So this is the minimum value occurs at minus b by 2a. So therefore range is closed interval 4ac minus b square by 4a. This is the minimum value, but here you can't say the maximum, that's why you write infinity. And here a is less than 0. See here, if you decrease the x values, then f of x is decreasing. If you increase the beta means x values, so in that case also f of x is decreasing. But here you can't say the minimum value, but you can say the maximum value. That maximum value occurs at a. Therefore range of given function is minus infinity comma 4ac minus b square by 4a. So these are the range of quadratic equations. So in this, if f of x is equal to p of x by q of x. So here p of x and q of x are quadratic equations. So in that case, let given function, that is f of x is equals to y. So from that you will get y into q of x is equal to p of x. Then write delta is greater than or equals to 0 for all x belongs to R. So this is the finding the range of a given function. Now type number 6. So here, if the function is strictly increasing or strictly decreasing, means first two derivative is positive. So for example here, the function then range is, so what is the range? Closed interval f of a comma f of b. So these are the minimum and maximum values of a given function. If a given equation is in the form of a cos x plus b sin x plus c, then the range of this function is, so range is closed interval c minus under root of a square plus b square, comma c plus under root of a square plus b square. This is the range of a trigonometric function, that is a cos x plus b sin x plus c. So these are the conditions for finding the range of a given function. So for next session we will discuss the more problems.